fellow babies. Welcome to the 42 show here, where we start off by reminding you that this is the show that asks you to keep your hands above the desk to minimize buffering during the stream. You'll catch on, but don't make a mess. It's only like a 35-minute show. We'll get through it here. And we start off with a cool story. It's like the stuff of nightmares if you were Elon Musk.
Yes. Watch out. Put the image on the screen, Dick. Put the image on the screen.
Oops. Yeah.
Watch out. Look out.
Something else.
Oh,
no.
Shut up, woman. There we go. Yeah.
Shut up. Who are you talking to?
The thing
TIE
started.
fighter.
Yeah.
A TIE fighter is crashing into the earth, everybody. Watch out.
Hold on, let me go back just so you can really see what's going on. See that? Oh, come on now. We can do better. There. Look at that. Oh, we should have got the sound. Yeah.
Yes. Well, here we go. An uncontrolled satellite, ERS-2, is expected to hurtle through Earth's atmosphere on Wednesday. It's tomorrow. And to break up into the pieces on re-entry, the majority of which will burn up. Except it's impossible to predict exactly when and where it will happen, according to the European Space Agency. It's released its latest forecast on Monday, predicting the satellite would re-enter the Earth at 11:14 a.m. I'm assuming that's UK time. When it reaches around 80 kilometers, it will start to break up and then burn up. Although some fragments could make it to Earth, the ESA said. But most likely will fall into the ocean. Most likely. They say the risks associated with the satellite re-entries are very low, according to the ESA, crossing their fingers behind their back. And if it lands on your head, be assured that none of the fragments will contain any toxic or radioactive substances.
Because the Empire didn't put stuff like that in TIE fighters.
No, not TIE fighters. In 16 years of orbit, the ESA decided to end its mission and deorbit the satellite. This involved using the remaining fuel and lowering its altitude from 785 kilometers to 573, and it's on its way down. Watch out! Keep your eyes open. Put your crash helmets on.
Don't bring me down. There's more and more of them up there that are getting old and obsolete and are eventually going to come down. And if more and more of them start, taking out Aunt Sally's windshield as a little chunk falls in the car and stuff, people are going to get really pissed, Aunt Sally doesn't deserve that kind of crap, man.
Aren't they? They're deorbiting a whole bunch of the Starlink ones.
Yeah, already. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
No, they're the ones that only just went up as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just had to send down a bunch due to like failure or something. That's
Oops.
Yeah, exactly. Must be a lot of money gone. Holy. Speaking of a lot of money gone. If you are or know anybody that's into crypto, make sure they know that Rabby Wallet is a real company that's coming out soon with an iOS app. Their beta is out now, but the beta is for like developer mode and stuff. You don't just simply go to the App Store and search and find a beta, right? There on the Apple App Store, it says under review. Well, somebody snuck in a fake one. And right now it's well over like $150, almost $200,000 that has been sucked down by this fake app. So,
wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, Apple is really arguing this closed ecosystem, not just Apple, but Amazon says it with the Fire Sticks and stuff. And everybody loves their closed ecosystem stores because supposedly it's the best for your protection. And yet the tools they're using to analyze the apps and make sure are clearly faulty to a point where hundreds of thousands of dollars has been scammed off of people. So again, if you're into or know anybody that's into crypto, Rabby Wallet's app is not live on the Apple App Store, and do not go and grab it because it's simply going to rip you off.
Yeah, I think it's kind of funny. It's brilliant. It's genius, in fact. It's almost as bad as crypto itself.
Yeah. And you know how it happened is they have a Discord server and stuff, and they were saying, oh, yeah, app development's going great. It'll be out soon. We're going to get ready for our beta. And somebody was following along and duped up a fake one. It's clever. It's amazing it got through, though, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Not good. Not good. So, yeah, the High Court.
Yeah, talking about things not getting through. Who's your daddy? A man who mixed his sperm with his dad's in order to get his partner pregnant will not have to take a paternity test, despite it being unclear which man is the true father.
These reality cooking shows have gone way too far, dude.
Barnsley Council brought a legal bid over the parentage of the child after it was informed about the circumstances of the conception in separate proceedings. So they heard about it somewhere else and they go, wait a minute, and wanted to find out what's going on. Anyway, Mr. Justice Poole, when he gave the ruling, said the 5-year-old boy, known only as D, as his real name, could suffer emotional harm if he were to learn how he was conceived. A man referred
in an egg cup.
A man referred to only as PQ, and then his partner, JK, where was LMNO, I don't know, had agreed to mix his sperm with that of his father and inject it into the woman after he experienced fertility problems and was unable to afford IVF treatment. So many questions. I mean, that's got to be the worst threesome ever, surely. We want to get you pregnant. Here's me dad. Yeah,
yeah.
How do you like go to your dad? Dad, can you just spunk into a cup for me?
Dad,
no
just
reason.
Dad, just buffer for a couple minutes. You'll get your turn. Okay.
Anyway, the arrangement was always intended to be kept secret and resulted in the birth of the boy. But in the judgment on Thursday, Mr. Justice Poole dismissed the bid, finding that the council had no stake in the outcome and do not have parental responsibility or a personal interest in the boy's personal parentage. In other words, keep your fucking nose out. It's none of your business. But without testing, his biological paternity remains uncertain. But there's a strong chance, to say the least, that the person he thinks is his grandfather is his biological father, and the person he thinks is his father is his biological half-brother.
Holy God.
Mr. Justice Poole concluded that the family may wish to undergo a paternity test to tell the child at a later date. But that's a matter for them, not the council.
Does anybody else have visions of them using one of those swamp boats, with the fan on the back to go and have these tests done? That's what I'm seeing.
He's bonkers. I just don't know how you have that conversation with your father.
Yeah. Hey, Poppy, I'm having a problem. Can you give me a hand? Just what the hell?
Now do that with a Barnsley accent.
Yeah, I don't do accents well. I should stop there. So we're going to blast through just a couple things quick and what we're going to call, let's see, Russia Watch. So we've got the Russian pilot who surrendered the helicopter to Ukraine has now been found shot dead in Spain.
Ooh.
Yeah, so... Yeah, after the helicopter thing and whatnot, and he was, free to do what he wanted to do, he went off to Spain because he figured that was a good place to be. And it didn't work out to be a long-term place to live because, you have to live, right? And so I'm pretty sure that we can figure out what's gone wrong in this situation, right? He was found shot dead. Yeah, he didn't, fall out a window. They couldn't even be bothered to screw around. They just found him and shot him, right?
They probably said, move closer to this window. He says, no.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll shoot you then.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. And here, so 5 Russian nationals were charged after UK-led disruption of a huge cybercrime gang, Lockbit. Now, these guys are responsible for huge amounts of money for that, locking down your system and making you pay ransom to get your data back. So it's really good that these guys have been taken down, and it's more than that. They actually hacked into Lockbit systems and got all kinds of data, like a data breach against the data breachers. So, you know, now it's like a couple of hamsters in a ball, right? And it's just going around like that. But they say that this is going to lead to a lot more public knowledge of the true scale of this, because there's oftentimes companies that want to keep this very quiet, and they'll pay the ransom to get access to their data again. So we only know of the ones that report it, right? So this will be really interesting to see how deep this really goes.
Yes, I wonder if they would actually reveal all the details.
Well, if you
keep that quiet.
If you read this article, they allude to the fact that we will know this stuff sooner rather than later. So I hope I'm sure they're going to keep some information close to the chest because investigations and so on and whatnot. But I think we're going to get more of an idea on it. So yeah,
who was it? Did this? Is it MI6?
Well,
MI5?
It doesn't. The National Crime Agency.
Okay. Now, it would be very, very interesting if they find out details of companies who paid the ransom and tried to keep it quiet, and they go, ooh, here's an idea.
Well, and
excuse me, Mr. Company, you wanted to keep this quiet. We now know, so you're going to pay us £500,000.
Well, that's just it. Some of these companies might have had a legal obligation to tell the people and had no basis to keep it quiet. So this really could blast things open, like you're saying, for sure, man. Oh yeah. Now talking about blasting things open, I think this is more like filling things than shut, but this is fucked up, dude.
Yes, a 60-year-old man known for his kilt wearing and a towering height of 6 feet 6 inches has been arrested for allegedly shoving antiques up his rectum and placing them back on the shelves at stores.
Fuck.
Yes. Well, but it's okay. We'd like to thank our sponsors for this news story. Fistit. They'll be sponsoring this particular story. Fistit is available in all good, just depraved stores you can go to. So just go there, get them. Don't go to the
tube or a pump.
Anyway, Mitchell Cooper vest was identified by business owners as the man entered their shops and placed various items up his backside before returning to the shelves. According to court records in Texas, the police claimed that Vest visited several stores in Spring, a suburb of Houston, like we care. We're not going to go there. Last week and committed criminal mischief. Specifically, they say Vest first went into the Antique Gallery of Houston, where he inserted a makeup brush. I wonder which end.
What the?
And I don't know what this is. A restoration hardware piece. Don't like the sound of that. He put these into his anus before putting the merchandise worth $130 back on the shelf.
Oh, you disgusting human! No.
Vest then allegedly visited the Curiosity Shop, which is located inside an antiques mall. The shop's owner, Alicia Osborne, told police that Vest took an antique bottle opener and a tobacco tent can, whatever that is, value $74, and placed them into his anus under his green kilt, and then returned the items back to the shelf. In both cases, the items handled by Vest had to be discarded due to feces on them, according to officials.
I want his face off the screen now.
Vest was released on a $100 bond and is due to appear in court on February. He's also being questioned about several missing pieces of art that have gone missing over the years. So,
I mean, come on, dude. This is not the kind of hobby you share with perfectly good strangers, right? What are you thinking? Come on. So yeah, let him see Fisted again there.
Yeah. Now we know where the arms of Venus de Milo disappeared to. So sorry about that.
Oh my god.
And so thank you to our sponsors, Fisted.
Oh, my life just doesn't make any sense right now. Oh, and it only gets worse because now we have to move on to Trump Watch. And yes, Captain Spray Tan is in the news again. He went off. Let me get this up, right? So he actually lost his crap. And he said, all political prosecutions of your favorite president, me, must stop immediately. We're in the middle of an election, perhaps the most important election in the history of our country. And these radical left lunatic prosecutors and judges are not allowed to be doing this. Why didn't they start 3 years ago? Because they wanted to interfere with the presidential election, right? Now, there's down here, Jack Goldsmith, professor at Harvard Law. And, this is Harvard. So it's not, one of the big schools, but they do know law. Cited section yada yada in an article last week detailing the risks of special counsel's Jack Smith's rush to trial. Smith has been pushing to take his election interference case to trial as soon as possible so that it may be resolved before the summer and not interfere with the general election. A timeline Goldsmith finds highly unlikely given the appeals to the Supreme Court. So he's delaying it when other people are trying to speed it up. So seriously, just dummy.
You're not allowed to find me or convict me of any crime because I'm running for president.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I did not kill that man. I'm the president. It doesn't count.
Oh, silly sod.
I did not stick that in my rectum. I'm the president. It doesn't count.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he's allowed. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just love the name here, the UK Pleasure Boys.
Yes. Yeah, we'll go back to Fista again. The director of a UK entertainment company, the Pleasure Boys, has defended their act following outrage as videos were shared from their recent show in Belfast. Footage from the event has been shared extensively across social media, showing the dancers involved in the show fully nude and dancing with their attendees. Other videos from the event show the male dancers simulating sexual acts with some of the women in the audience. The event was priced at £15 a ticket, bargain, and advertised at as a Valentine's weekend special. Yeah. Don't bring your husband.
Yeah. Cheap drinks and cock, $15.
Concerns have been raised following the videos being shared on social media with claims that women pictured have been singled out, and there have also been concerns that those attending the event did not know in advance that it would feature full nudity. Yeah, but I bet they bloody hoped it did.
Yeah. They weren't disappointed. They just didn't know.
Well, this is the funny thing. I'll go into it. All these complaints. All these complaints. None of them from anybody who went.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, none of the customers. Yeah. But look at the promo poster. What were you expecting? A knitting competition?
Of course, these women go to these things hoping to see a bit of cock. That's what they do. That's what expected. Yeah. I'm sure they're not shy about it either.
No, they want it served in hot dog buns. So, and yeah.
But the owner and director of Pleasure Boys, and he's not like slave trading or anything like that. John Woodward has defended the act, saying those in attendance should have researched the act before purchasing a ticket. Research a bit of cock, yeah. Look at some cock on the internet.
Well, you don't go to a Duran Duran concert expecting Metallica, do you? Right? You know,
or cock, just the dickhead singing. You pay for a ticket for one of our shows, and there's dancing, fire, acrobatics, and the nudity, which is at the ending. There is absolutely no sexual contact during the show. Everything we do is crowd participation, and everything is simulated. That sort of sexual acts going on during the show, no, there's no such thing. However, Brian from Enniskillen called for such events to be banned. He said, I think if I was a business owner in Belfast, I'd be content not to have this so-called advertising. I think it's completely degrading for young men who have to be a certain way in today's society. Yeah, the poor men.
Okay, so you got dudes who want to do this as a job and, you know, probably enjoy it, because when it comes to, you know, areas of entertainment, you don't usually do the job if you're not really into it. And then you
love it.
Right. And then you got people that want to buy tickets to see them do their job. So what are you complaining about? You know, like find your lost Bible and piss off.
But he's not complaining about the the nudie gentleman clubs. But he goes on to say, what's the caliber of person who goes to that? It's one of the most trashy and disgusting things I've heard. I would have it banned. Our society in Northern Ireland should be as clean as we could get it, said the original member of the provisional IRA.
You're never going to have a clean society if you got people mixing family sperm to come up with one baby. Not going to happen.
That's a family mix-up, don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You know, once around the ride. So, I did forget there was a second part to that Trump thing. I totally forgot, but the ex-Honduran leader that used to be heavily praised by Trump as an anti-drug guy who was really leading his country to great places. He's stands trial in New York coming up on accusations that he took millions in bribes from drug traffickers. Including El Chapo and the former leader of the Sinaloa or whatever cartel. So, another thing that Trump did for himself that, Trump probably took millions just to say it. God's sakes. But the one I was going to bring up here is, so you got a school in southern Florida. And, there's measles in the area. So do you think they're going to have any issues with vaccinations and measles breaking out? Yeah, you're right. They did. And
wow.
Over 100 children at the school and it all hell breaks loose. And it's because they had 11% unvaccinated rate. So when something like this comes around, what do you think's going to happen? And I don't mean to pick on anybody. You can live in Florida and still get yourself vaccinated, but they were very proud of not having any rules about that stuff and whatnot, right? There was all kinds of automotive YouTubers just flocked to Florida to work together during COVID because they didn't have to put on masks. Right?
Yeah.
So that sucks. And I really hope that all the kids are going to be fine and everything, because that really sucks. Right. But, come on, people, don't just drink the Kool-Aid. Think about your little ones. It's okay and fine for you to go, oh, I would never because, but they really need the protection. Just double think that. Okay. Come on.
Yeah. When the measles vaccination was first introduced, people were just praising God and everybody involved because, they saw what it can do.
That's right.
Kids.
Yeah.
And it can have some real long-lasting effects as well.
let's not repeat some parts of history, okay? You know, come on, you know. Yeah. So here's a cute picture.
Oh, look at his little face.
Yeah.
He's got a little hat on. Little, hang on. Is he a Trumpist? is he got a MAGA
Can't be.
hat
Can't be. He's having salad.
Yeah, what's up, Doc? California 30-pound bunny rescued from a slaughterhouse is now a therapy animal at hospitals and airports. Alex is a 30-pound bunny who often rides in a Mercedes mini electric car. Cato, the restaurant owner and partner Roe, rescued the Flemish hare from a meat market in Modesto, California.
Wow.
Rescued it from a meat market. Oh, and they take Alex wherever they can go.
Was he like lost, or was he like under the hammer, so to speak?
Yeah,
right?
I was,
was he like in a box with some jackets that somebody forgot, or?
God, that's bad. But Alex is often taken around town in his stroller for people to stop and admire him. The pair have brought Alex to local hospitals and airports to calm the nerves of patients and flyers. Oh, that's cute. Alex was gifted an electric car, which is dressed up in San Francisco 49ers gear.
I hope it's not a Waymo. People burn those in California, man.
No, it's a Mercedes SLK. And he even learned how to use it pretty fast. What do you mean learned how to use it?
Does he have Neuralink? He can just drive it with his little rabbit brain? You know?
They mean he learned to sit in it while you push him around in it. Yeah, come on. Alex's owner says he's volunteered. Yeah, he volunteered at over 200 events and always puts a smile on people's faces. Faces? Yeah. What do you mean he volunteered? Did you ask him?
Well, he was like, I've got some carrots, but I'll give you 5 minutes of my time first, right?
Yeah, give me a MAGA hat, I'll come. Yeah, whatever. Give me salad.
Yeah, waving a flag.
See, we're not always against the MAGA side, we love
Yeah. Let me see here. I'm trying to keep track of the time because I forgot to put the damn clock up.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I know. I screwed that up. So let me see if I'm right. You're about to do. Oh no, I got to save that. Okay, damn it. I'm really screwing this up here. So I did the Neuralink reference, and Neuralink. Remember, they've got their first trial going on. And the patient controlled a mouse with their mind. Now, at first, I thought, well, is this a computer mouse? Or are we just driving little critters around like RC cars? Because that doesn't seem very, like a good use of the technology. I'm not sure we're leading to things that, imagine if you could just control a lion with your mind,
Or a rabbit in a Mercedes SLK.
It's like Aquaman on dry land. You could just, But no, it's the mouse of a computer screen. And so now, okay, that's kind of neat because we're talking about like paraplegics and stuff being able to control things with their mind. Like it would have been great for Stephen Hawking and stuff. He could have controlled his computer faster and better. But they put it in, and now they're saying, okay, so far we kind of got the mouse working, so that's okay. We're going to get on to clicking and stuff. Well, I would have thought that they had that kind of worked out before they stick shit in people's heads. It seems to me it's like a shot in the dark. Like, I don't know, we got a chip. Let's see if we can make this work. It's just a little, unless I'm being just a little because it's Musk and they actually have this specific growth plan laid out and whatnot. I'm not really sure. This article doesn't go into it properly.
I suppose it's just like initial steps because it's not like we needed that technology because people can use their eyes to direct mice on screens and things like that,
right?
And blink for clicks and stuff like that. That technology already exists. I guess it's just like this is a step. Process.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. But yeah, it's so, I hope they're not literally guinea pigging somebody as hard as I'm thinking, right? That's, what I was getting at anyway.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure they really are.
Don't worry, you'll get McDonald's 3 times a day. It's,
Yeah, and cabbage.
Yeah, you can eat through the rabbit, Did that work?
No.
So I know this one. This is a very interesting situation.
Yes, Air Canada must pay for a man's partial refund for his flight ticket, which the airline chatbot had promised him. Jake Moffat was flying to Toronto from Vancouver after the death of his grandmother in November 2022, and asked their airline's AI support chatbot if it offered any bereavement fares. His ticket cost 1,640 Canadian dollars, which is just about a grand in UK proper money.
Yeah, it's enough to get drunk in the States,
The chatbot said the airline does offer discount fares and that he should book his ticket and then request a refund within 90 days. However, the airline's actual policy does not include a post-flight refund and states that any discount must be approved beforehand. Air Canada argued that the chatbot is a separate legal entity to the company, and the airline could not be held responsible for its words to customers.
What?
The firm claims the airline is also not responsible for the information given by agents, servants, or representatives of the company, including so anybody who works for the company can give you wrong information and they won't. Yeah. Okay. However,
I know, right? Yeah. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. That doesn't say that on the thing. Screw you.
Yeah. The tribunal member Christopher Rivers said that the airline must follow through with the chatbot's promised discount, as it committed negligent misrepresentation. Mr. Moffat is to receive the promised $483 refund plus nominal fees.
Yeah.
While Air Canada argues Mr. Moffat could find the correct information on another part of its website,
what?
It does not explain why the web page titled Bereavement Travel was inherently more trustworthy than its chatbot. It also does not explain why customers should have to double-check information found in one part of its website to another part of its website.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah. I'm glad they got taken to task for this. You just can't, big business is just constantly stepping on people, man. It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, the chatbot can no longer be seen on the airline site and is now filing for unfair dismissal.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, can you believe this? Right. Yeah. We take that away because it didn't work, but we're still fighting this because we want our $300 or, it's just so bad.
Jesus.
So, we leave you with one thought: urine. So, scientists made a breakthrough discovery while experimenting with urine. It turns out that urine is an amazing way to severely cheapen up and increase the cobalt that you can get back from recycling lithium-ion batteries. Urine makes it way faster, way cheaper, and you get up to 97% of it back in normal circumstances. So it's a great thing for recycling. And, it's unbelievable.
Also makes it more delicious.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Some employees were caught showering in said urine, but the company has said, no. I mean, we don't fetish shame. It's just you got to do that stuff on off hours. Right. But yeah, I mean, I think that's hilarious. Right. If talk about recycling, that's a waste product that, imagine getting paid to pee in a bottle. Weird.
The thing is, get the headline there. Scientists make a breakthrough discovery. How? What made them think, oh, we've got these batteries here. Try pissing on them. Yeah, no, you piss on them.
Yeah, 4 graduate students got wasted in the lab and somebody pissed into the garbage can laughing. And they were like, oh, wait a minute. That's a lot of cobalt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jesus, discovered.
Yeah, but it's funny,
Well, we do follow on with more urine news.
We do, yeah.
At the piss desk, because a Spanish woman has sparked controversy after claiming that dripping urine into her eyes cures her myopia and astigmatism. She says, "I'll tell you my experience. Pouring urine into my eyes in the morning and at night cured me of my astigmatism and myopia. This is a natural. Forget about drugs. They are chemicals, and that affects health." There is currently no scientific evidence to support the beneficial health effects of urine therapy. Although I should point out that probably because we haven't had scientists getting pissed up in a lab and having a go. So you never know. It might be true.
What the hell? So, hooray for urine and all the magical things it can do. That's not the ending I wanted to end on tonight.
Well, do another one.
Yeah.
You got a couple of minutes left.
Yeah, we do. We just have like close to 2 minutes here. So, and there was a couple others I did have in hand. Oh, yeah. Okay, watch this one. So Microsoft is that honest company, right? Yeah. So Microsoft had a glitch where their Edge browser was, without asking, importing all your tab data and bookmarks and all this stuff into Edge. And once it's in Edge, then Microsoft has it in its claws, right? And Microsoft said, they did that whole, let me just do this right. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. We didn't mean it. We're sorry. We're sorry. And I mean, come on, you're farming people's data, and that's basically the only reason you wrote Windows 11. So, I mean, this is so on purpose. They need to be taken to task for this crap, and so do so many big tech companies. Drives me crazy. But we are at like 30 seconds, Dunk, so anything you would like to, nothing yellow, but, end on?
Yeah, Microsoft, sponsored by Fistnet, as they've been doing to you since the 90s.
Yeah. Steve Ballmer wouldn't have got to the top without it.
Why do you think he was so sweaty all the time?
Developers. Thanks in the credits, everybody. See you later. Good night.
Good night.
Big thanks to CF Beauty, who runs all the teams in the background and who you were just chatting to in the live chat as well. Our team tonight is CF Beauty herself, as well as BME, Shayna Caldwell, BJ CNET, Skits Crasher, and the Croat. So huge thanks to the team. We couldn't do it without ya.
And all the people that donate and super chat and give channel memberships and stuff like that, we love you so much for that, because it helps keep things running around here. And if you like this show, don't forget to give it a like. Give it some more likes. Come on, tickle the little thumb up. And sponsored by Fistit. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and come back, because we're here all week doing all this stupid stuff. And please share the video out. Yeah, just share it, so get more eyes watching this thing. Just not enough people watching us, so we need more people to see it. So share it.
And remember, we do not condone buffering during the show. Please keep your hands above the table. Good night, fellow babies.
Stay shitty.